morning. It's me. Let's check we're live. We are live. Hurrah, hurrah. So, little bit late joining this morning, for which apologies. I had an error message on my website, which is never something that you want, really, when you're about to go live. I mean, not that my website and going live on YouTube react with each other, but, you know, you just don't want an error message on your website. And particularly not when you're about to go live on YouTube. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Liz Yuille. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. Just trying to find something on my laptop. It's my job. This is what I do all day. It's amazing. I get to play all day. I wish. Actually, what I get to do is... Sorry, I'm just trying to find something. There we go. What I actually get to do is lots of admin and then fun things like this. But, and I know I've said this before, but I'm going to Norway, assuming they don't cancel the cruise for any particular reason. Yay! So, if you are new to the channel, do remember to subscribe. You can do that in the bottom right-hand corner. This is a live stream, and you know it's live if there is a red live somewhere on the screen. It varies depending on what you're watching it on. If you're watching after 11 o'clock on Tuesday, what's the date, 27th of September, even if you're watching later in the day on the 27th of September, it will be a replay, and you know it's a replay because it will have replay in the title. Good morning, Nora. Good morning, Claire. Hello, Helen from Michigan. Hello, Pam. Now, I've got some really exciting news, which, Nora, you are going to be excited about, if no one else is. So on the 4th of October, Stampin' Up Europe is expanding into the Republic of Ireland and Belgium. And to coincide with that, not only if you sign up in October or the very beginning of November, can you get the recording of Onstage Live free, and that's worth about £60, I think. You will also get a bigger starter kit. Now that doesn't just mean if you're in Ireland or in Belgium, wherever you are in the world, from the 4th to the 31st of October, you will get a larger starter kit. Yay! Hello, Christine. Hello, Mary from the Netherlands. So instead of, I'm going to have to read this because we've only just been given the information. So instead of €175, you will get 207 for €129. So the starter kit is €129, but normally you would get €175 of product that you choose, and that's up to €175. But from the 4th to the 31st of October, you will get €207. If you're in the UK, then instead of £99 for £130, you will spend you'll spend £99 for £154 of product of your choice. I know, it's amazing. So, yay! And as I say, that is wherever you are in the world. Not just in Europe, that is in North America, South Pacific. There is an increase in the starter kit value from the 4th of October to the 31st. So it is going to be an amazing time to join. Whoop, whoop. So, who's joined? Hello, Karen. Ooh, it's buffering. Why is it buffering? Why is it buffering? Don't like it when it buffers. It's streaming all right, but buffering. Weird. Hello, Karen. Hello, Lorna. Hello, other Karen from New Hampshire. Oh, we're back. Good. It had excellent condition for streaming and buffering. Don't like that. So, hurrah! So yes, between the 4th of October and the 31st of October, brilliant time to join wherever you are in the world. And remember, you don't need to run classes, you don't need to sell product, you can just make the most of the discount. And if you join in October, thank you, Pam, it may just have been at my end. If you join in October, you have, so there is a quarterly minimum. Wherever you are in the world, there's a quarterly minimum that you have to meet in order to continue as a demonstrator. If you don't hit that quarterly minimum, there's no Stamping Up police come round. It's all fine. You just stop being a demonstrator. But the first quarter in which you join, you don't have to worry about a minimum. So if you join in October, you have until the end of March to hit that minimum. And in the UK, that's about £270 worth, roughly, but that's before discount. Plus, they then give you another month. If you don't hit it by the end of March, you'll get another month to hit it. So, all good. Hello, Leslie. Thunderstorms in Sydney at the moment. Oh, no, not good. Did you have a nice break? You were away, I seem to remember. Did you have a nice time? And how's the physio going? Are you fully fit? Right, I am going to be using, hey, nothing planned, the painted pheasant. I haven't even put it on stickers, so we're going to be doing a bit of how to put stamps onto stickers, but I'm doing painted pheasant, and I'm using some DSP. I'm using Gingham Cottage and or the Rustic Harvest. I've just grabbed some pieces that I want to use, and we're going to do some ink blending. We're going to do how to colour an image with watercolour pencils. So an image like this, which isn't kind of a fill in the gap image. So lots of techniques this morning. So let's flip the camera down and get started. Okay, now do remember, if you're enjoying what you see, thumbs up always appreciated. So yes, literally, I have not inked this up. It's still, this is how it comes. So the first thing I'm going to do is a quick reminder on how to put your stickers on. Because I know some people, there are different ways of doing it, and I'll try and show you a few ways or a couple of ways of doing it. So the first thing I do is remove the paper from everything. Now, some people do not put their stickers on. Back in the day when we had the old stickers, I would not put stickers anywhere near my stamps. But now we've got the new stickers, which are actually sticky. I kind of like to put the stickers on. So let's break these out. I like to keep my rubber surround because then I know that I've got all my stamps back. And bearing in mind, I was having a play yesterday, and I love having a play and just grabbing a stamp set and seeing what I can make with it. And yesterday I was having a bit of a can't be bothered sort of day, so I did that. And I've got lots and lots of projects to then share with you, probably on Instagram while I'm on holiday next week. Reminder, there will be videos at the time I normally go live, but they won't be live. Fabulous holiday, good. See the plastic surgeon tomorrow. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Well, fingers crossed everything goes okay for you, Leslie. Right, so the classic way for adding your stamps, your stickers, and this is what they show you on the inside of your case. So this is how they do a pictorial of how to do it. You can also, there's a video, so you can go to stampingup.com/cling, or your various languages. They will show you how to do it. So this is the classic way of doing it. So you peel off your sticker, you get your stamp, and I try and find somewhere that is very definitely a shape. So the tail, for example, and I very gently just hold it over where the edge of that sticker is, and then gently guide it into place. Now when you come to some of the stamps, so where have I still got it out? Yes. So things like the snow crystal, you do have to be quite careful about lining it up. You have to go with the shape of the stamp, and I think they've deliberately shaped the stamp so that you can attach it to the sticker. So it would be like if it was a circle. How would you know how to stick it? Anyway, and there is your sticker. So that I'm going to pop back into my case. Lodge it back in. So let's do another couple, what I would call the classic way, as instructed. And then I will show you, oh, my thumb hurts this morning. Then I will show you some alternative ways, or an alternative way. Let's not over promise, eh? So has anyone got Pleasant Pheasant? Or indeed soft seedlings? I'm good at some of the techniques you can also use on soft seedlings. Haven't played with this one much either. But similar techniques that can be used. I think they're quite well hidden, these two stamps, but they are rather nice for autumn birthdays, masculine cards, those sorts of things. Because, you know, masculine cards always are... Hello, Jenny! Masculine cards are always a bit of a challenge. Oh, I must use my vintage tools. I ordered the vintage tools stamp set a while ago, and again I haven't inked it up. I'm really naughty. Oh, and it reminds me, for those of you who are in Europe, I'm just going to grab some blocks so that I can do these last two an alternative way. So for you, those of you in Europe, I have got some ordering specials this month. So standard, if you use the host code, this month you will be getting, if you use the host code and spend at least, I want to say, oh, what did I set it at? £45. You will get the Caroling Mice, which is a really cute stamp set. Good morning, Deb from Pennsylvania. You've got both sets. Excellent. So yes, this is one of the host sets. This is in the winter catalogue. Sorry, July to December catalogue. So that's my standard ordering special. You've got the soft seedling stamps and use the baby white. Baby white technique is great for the soft seedlings. Perfect. So the other specials that I have are, if you place an order that is at least £50, as well as getting the Caroling Mice, you will also get, I'm just going to pick my sticker. Oh, no, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. What am I doing? What I'm doing is doing it the wrong way. I want to peel that off and stick it on my block. Dear Lord. And then rather than putting the stamp on the sticker, you put the sticker on the stamp. That was nearly dangerous. So like that. So yes, if you spend £50, you get an entry to win a cut and emboss machine. That's the full-size cut and emboss machine. And the draw will take place at noon on the 30th UK time. And for every £50 you spend in any one order, so if you place an order of £100, you get 2 entries. That's €65 would be the equivalent. And for every order that is at least £50, you will also get a surprise retired goodie pack. And that's per order. So a little confusing. So yes, lots of reasons to order. Jenny is cutting pentagons out for soccer balls. Ooh, exciting. Very exciting. Right, so let's do this the right way this time. So I'm going to peel off the sticker like that and stick it onto my block like that. Then I'll get rid of that because that's now rubbish. Then, so as I say, this is the alternative way of doing it. Take the backing off your sticker. So we've got the sticker as it would be on the block. So it would always be this piece that attaches to the block, and then line up your sticker to your stamp rather than your stamp to the sticker. And I know some people find that easier. I'm 6 2/3, frankly, but there we go. Right, okay, let's clear some of the detritus off my desk and pop that in the bin. Right, so I'm going to need a bigger block, and I'm thinking I'm either going to need my I or my E. I is here. No, it's going to be E. So let's pop that down because it's going to be difficult to put back. Right, so I'm going to stamp this on Very Vanilla. I'm only using Very Vanilla because I fancy using Very Vanilla because I haven't used it for a while. And I'm hoping he will, yes he will, he will fit. Right, let's grab a piece of mini paper and Sahara sand. Yeah, sorry, I was just having a think about, oh, I haven't turned one of my lights on. Ow, I forgot. Try and take my finger off in the process. So I'm going to ink this with Sahara sand, and then I'm going to stamp it off. It also means I can check that I'm inked properly, which I am. So I'm going to bring it, no, I'm going to bring it up. So this one I'm going to do with ink blending when we get to the point of making the card. So I'm stamping 2nd generation Sahara sand. So like that. So it's still easily visible. Sorry, I have a slightly runny nose. It's a bit chilly in here. Right, okay, pencils, watercolour pencils. So, wish me luck, as they say. I need a picture of a pheasant, because I can't remember what a pheasant looks like. Okay, like that. Right, so I will be using probably both sets of watercolour pencils. In Europe, the original set of watercolour pencils is currently low stock, so just be aware. So, pheasants. Actually, no, I'm going to use real red. That was cherry cobbler. I'm going to use real red. So, pheasants have a red bit, well, almost Cajun craze, but I'm going for red round their eye. We have lots of pheasants around us, so I should know what they look like. Still need to have a reference. And I'm going to bring some of this into the body as well, just to bring it all together. This is going to be like, you know, blending onto the card as you go. So a bit of red, just so that there's some red elsewhere. Now I just need to check. I did have a picture of an actual pheasant. Where's it gone? Come along, pheasant. There you are. Thank you. So this needs to be a little bit redder. I will be using Cajun craze here as well. But yeah, it's always useful. Oh, it's definitely arrived. And I'm kind of fine with it, Deb, as well. Particularly after the really hot summer we had. Oh, I had my hair cut yesterday. You wouldn't really notice it. I did have it coloured as well. So fortunately, some of the grey has gone. Cajun craze. So Cajun craze I'm going to be using quite a lot of because pheasants are that kind of terracotta colour. And I'm using a blunt end rather than a point. It gets a nice smooth finish. And then there is some surprising blue in a pheasant, which is a bit kind of odd, but hey. Mostly around its head, actually. Yeah, we're off to Cornwall next week, so we're hoping that the weather will be kind to us. I mean, it doesn't matter. We can go for, you know, nice coastal walks and things, but it would be nice if it's dry. We're staying in a cottage almost in the middle of nowhere, and I must remember to ask my brother for the postcode, because we're using my sister-in-law's brother's cottage, and we're meeting up with my brother and sister-in-law for the week. You didn't mind the grey? Not quite sure what you mean, Jenny. This isn't an old stamp, Patricia. Now, you would think it was. You're thinking of Pleasant Pheasant. This is Painted Pheasant. But you could do the same technique with Pleasant Pheasant. So, yeah. Pleasant Pheasant was quite similar. Right, so Night of Navy. And I'm probably going to need to add more colour. Now, they quite often have a white collar. I will come back and add a white collar, but for the moment I'm ignoring that, and I'll hopefully give you a couple of options for that. Oh, you didn't mind the grey on my hair. Right, I'm with you. No, I didn't mind it, but I just didn't like the fact that I'm so grey. I was hoping that I was actually quite white, because I haven't seen my natural hair colour probably since when I went through chemo. I mean, I kept my hair through chemo, as those of you who've been following me for a while will remember. That was why I had my head shaved, was because I kept my hair during chemo. I know it's a bit weird, but yeah, I was hoping it was going to be definitely white, and it's not, unfortunately. Yes, I was thinking, but Patricia, it is actually a very similar image. So yeah, I do not tend to use retired product on my videos because this is my job. So I would need to, I need to think about how I would. This is early espresso. So at the moment I'm just making a mess. Let's just accept this is just a bit of a mess. But it's fine. It's a, planned mess. Maybe planned mess. Right, I need something for his beak. Crushed curry. Right, now, blender pen. I'm going to start with his eye, because I want that to be reasonably the colour it's meant to be. And I'm going to then blend that into the Night of Navy, and I will bring that up in a moment so that you can see what I'm doing, or what I've done. I will come back and add his eye again, because his eye has rather disappeared. So this is where we are so far. So scribble that off a bit, and then the body is really just a kind of mess. So I'm using the word mess in its nicest form, if there is a nice form of mess. Obviously you could do this on watercolour paper, and then you could use a water painter. You could get much more intense colour if you were using a water painter. But as ever, I'm going to say what I always say: if you're using a blender pen on ordinary cardstock, do not over wet the cardstock and keep going over it in the same place, because you will pill your paper, which is not a great look, and I will do a "this is what I mean" in a moment. So just spreading the colour. I'm going to add some more early espresso. Your hairdresser won't let you stop colouring it yet. It's my choice. We were going to, if it had gone white, which is what we were hoping, we were going to have fun with, you know, weird colours, which wash in and wash out eventually. They're semi-permanent rather than permanent. But and what we couldn't do yesterday, because my hair is still too short, is highlights, which is what I generally have. So I have a base colour and highlights. So that's where we are so far, but I am going to add some more early espresso because I want him to be darker than he currently is. Now, this is going to be going on in a slightly different way than normal because the paper is slightly damp, so it's not going to go on as you would normally expect it to. It's going to feel strange. Not that you can see that it feels strange, but it does feel strange. And if you want more colour, go on to a pointed bit, because that will help get more colour onto the paper. And I am pressing quite hard now because I want to get that colour down, and because the paper is still slightly damp, it's resisting a bit. So it's a very subtle added layer, but oh, and I'm beginning to pill. Listen to your own advice, Liz. Right, so we need to add his eye back because it has rather disappeared. And I'm going to take my black Stampin' Write marker. You could use any pen and just add his eye. If you want to add any definition at this stage, this is where you would do that. So we could add extra black marking, so I could come in here, say, and just add a bit of black, just a sort of shadow of black. Maybe add a bit of definition up here. I mean, don't go mad. And this actually isn't a permanent ink, so you can then blend it to soften that a bit, but it does give you that. So the black ink in the Stampin' Write marker is not a permanent ink. So we can then blend that out, and I'm going to get some more Night of Navy and pick the colour up from the brush, from the pencil rather, and just blend that out a bit just to get a bit more definition. Scribble that off, and now you can use the white I would love to be white-haired, Nora. 30 plus years, Leslie, wow. Now you can pick up ink off the white pencil, but it's not going to give you a particularly white finish. I knew that when I was starting. The other thing you can use, because we don't have the chalk marker anymore, is white ink from the Whisper White ink. Has that picked up? Is there any white in the lid? Ooh, let's put the... Yes. So we can add a collar with this. Otherwise, you can get a white Jelly Roll pen. Now this is not the most beautiful pheasant in the world. Watercolour pencil probably isn't my first choice for colouring this, but it is a choice and I want to show variety. So let's pop those away. I'm going to put a glove on because we're about to do some ink blending. So that I don't end up putting filthy fingerprints over next project, I'm going to put a glove on. Right, so I want some, actually I'm going to start with crushed curry. So we're going to go all autumnal. I've got my blending brushes and I'm going to come in from the edge of my card and just add some colour. We will be doing some more stamping, but I want to do the colour first. And I'm going to blend right into my pheasant. Oh, Leslie, yes. Having not had my hair cut since July, I have to say my bank balance has been slightly healthier. It was a bit of a, wasn't a shock. I did know how much it was going to cost to have my hair coloured yesterday. Yeah. And because it's still short, I'm going to need to have it coloured more frequently now until it gets a little bit longer. I used to let it go for I used to have my hair done about every 7 weeks and would only have it coloured every other time. But yeah, so I'm coming right into that stamped image, and because this is basically a dry brush, it's not harming the blending too much. Softening it a wee bit, but not dramatically. So that's crushed curry. And then I'm going to use a little bit of pumpkin pie, and then I'm going to use Cajun craze. More money for crafting, definitely. So I'm trying to add some warmth. So I don't want this to be orange, I just want it to be warm. Ooh, definitely sniffles in my snuffle. Sorry, I'm going to have to just do that a bit because I have sniffles in my snuffles. Right, Cajun craze, and I'm going to use the same, my red brush. I'm trying to find a nice brush holder that isn't too bulky, that ideally could hang from my pin board, but at the moment I've just got a bucket, as it were. Sorry, I'm concentrating and going quiet. Lorna's glad she went white. It makes life easier, and you wear it really well, Lorna. Stunning. Right, so I'm just going to grab my stamp cleaner and just rub that over there a bit. Yep. I just wanted to take off some of the Cajun Craze because I want to bring back in a bit of pumpkin pie. And then I'm going to bring back in some crushed curry. So I'm layering my colours. That just gives a bit more of the sort of that nice autumnal yellow on top. So do remember to not just do your ink layering in one order, so don't automatically go light to dark. You can then come back with your lighter colours and blend everything back again. So we've got him in a bit of a halo, but that's fine. It doesn't get it totally clean, Lorna, but it certainly gets the worst off. And this is the side that I do for the cleaning as opposed to the drying. I've seen people use silicone cosmetic brush cleaners. That works quite well. Thank you, Patricia. So that's where we are with him. Let's now add some extra bits. So we've got leaves. Gosh, this has taken slightly longer than I had intended, but hey, when was that ever not a thing with me? So I'm going to use Cajun Craze because I do want them to stand out. And I'm deliberately going off the paper. And then we have the grass, because the other one I want to show you is using your Stampin' Right markers for colouring, but not necessarily how you're expecting. You maybe are expecting, but who knows. Right. I'm going to go Mossy Meadow because we're going to need something reasonably dark against the And again, I'm going off my paper and I'm going to use second generation, but I'm going to move the stamp down for second generation or stamp it off so that you don't end up with a harsh line. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So I've stamped onto the card, and I don't know how easily it's going to pick up. Let's see if I can pick this up on the camera. Not brilliant. Just about. You can see that the top here is lighter than here. It's not as bad as it could be because it's not a solid image. But yeah, you don't want to stamp. I need that. You don't want to stamp the line. Right. I am going to cover quite a lot of that up. So, thank you. I'm glad you like the colours. Right. Cajun Craze card base, I was thinking. Although actually I might go crumb cake after all. I was vaguely thinking Cajun Craze, but I had crumb cake to hand as well. So I'm going to do crumb cake. And I haven't used any designer series paper yet, but we will. We'll use designer series paper on the next card, which will be much quicker. she says famous last words. Go on, back in the pot. Go on, thank you. Right, okay, glue. I'm going to put the glue on my card base because it's less likely to show ridges on my Very Vanilla if I do that. And then I need a scrap of Very Vanilla. That should, oh no. Let's use that, then I can cut it down. Right, Cajun Craze again. Another block. And your 7-month-old rag kittens are banging around like lunatics. Yeah, they do that. Whether they're 7 months or 7 years or even older than that, they do have a habit of doing that. Right, a pleasant little note, which I will trim down. Let's get rid of that disgusting piece of paper. This isn't going to be a particularly, you know, classy size or anything. It's just going to be the size it is. And it's going to be a block. It's for speed as much as anything. Don't think that's going to be, oh no, it is going to be big enough. So let's use that rather than that. Will it go on that way? No, so we'll go that way. Right, I'm going to add this and then trim. And again, I'm going to put the glue, probably too much glue, onto the card rather than the other way around. Might just have got away with it. Ooh, just. But only by wasting this bit at the end, but that's fine. So I'm just going to do it by eye, I'm not measuring. Clearly not measuring. Hey ho. Nearly 5 kilos and nearly 8. I have to say, one of our cats, our boy, is quite heavy. He's long though. He's not fat, he's very long. Ooh. Don't probably need 4 of these, but hey. And then I'm very quickly going to do another colouring technique, and then we'll sort of be done. Actually, I'm going to go off the edge. There we are. So that's that. I might put some bling on, but I'll add the bling to my final version before I photograph it. Right, so I need my stamp again. I'm going to be really lazy and just clean my stamp. So I want some blends. I was going to say I'm going to try and stick to one colour family. May or may not succeed. So this is Night of Navy. Oh, actually, probably. So we're going to end up with areas that are blank, and that's fine. And let's have some on his tail as well. So I'm in the no, I'm not. I'm in the neutrals at the moment. No, I'm going to have to go into the regals as well. Sorry. Don't like crossing into more than one colour family if I can help it, but for this I really don't think I can. So I'm going to use quite a lot of Cajun Craze to get that nice depth. Oh, sorry about that, Jenny. I'm glad you like it, even though it's not your colour choice, Karen. It's just that sort of autumnal look. So lots of Cajun Craze. Now I need that scrap back. So trust me, I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator. I'm going into the Night of Navy with my Cajun Craze, and I'm not totally mad, honest, because then if you scribble off you get back to the original colour, but you do need to scribble off. Soft suede, losing animals is just dreadful. They become part of your family. So again, I'm going into areas where there's other colour, but I'm not worried. It's going to be fine because I can do that. And then early espresso for legs. Need something around here. Let's come back in with our Night of Navy, because I've missed a bit here. And my black marker for his eye, and then wish me luck, as they say. That going to fit there? Yes. Oh, all our cats are rescue, Deb. Oh, Jenny. I hope you recover quick. I mean, if it's been 10 weeks already. When I was going through chemo, it was just after we'd got our current cats. So there you are, one chappy. Just after we got our current cats. We had 3 cats before, but one of them would just sit with me all the time. Right, okay, so I'm not going to do much else to that, other than I will be mounting it on a card, obviously, and this time I am going to go Cajun Craze. So I'm doing a top folding portrait. Don't know why I'm putting that away, because I will need it. So, okay, I've got some of the gingham paper. 6 hours! Oh! Well, I hope it's been successful. So I've got some of the gingham paper. I've got pumpkin pie and I'm guessing so saffron, whatever the yellow is in the gingham paper. And I'm going to cut it to 3 7/8. hopefully. It would be really helpful if they would line up. Yep. And then this one I'm going to cut down, as in roughly in half, again not measuring. In fact, do I want two of those? No, no, this one I'm going to cut down as well, but I'm going to use the yellow one. There's going to be less of the yellow one showing, is what I think I'm trying to say. So let's just make sure that those are, yep, good. Okay, let's burnish this fold. 25 centimetres. Oh, lovely. I mean, not. Thank you, Deb. Right, I am going to use liquid glue again because it's easier for slippage. Now, the paper is on a white background, but if you use the tone-on-tone side, you can get away with vanilla. There are some colours that I wouldn't, so the Blushing Bride, for example, I would not use on with vanilla. Now I'm just going to line this up dry for the moment. It's going to come further down, but I just want to use this as my guide for where to place my second piece of paper. Now, of course, you could just cut a piece of paper that is the same, you know, the same size. So 5 5/8 by 3 7/8 is my classic first layer. But that would be too easy. I was going to pick that up and put it down the other way around because I've just realised that my gingham is narrower on the left than the right at the top, so it'd be useful if it was the same at the bottom. Right, so that is going to go there, but not until we've put some yellow on. So I want yellow. In fact, I could probably just use half of one of these. Where's my little chopper? Let's not waste paper. I mean, not that I haven't got masses of this paper, because I have. But let's not waste paper. So again, we're going to need to keep an eye on which side is wider from a pattern point of view. Right, that's fine. So this I'm going to pop there. And this is going to go on that way round. So about there. Gosh, they almost match up. It's worrying. And then this, hopefully, if I put it on straight, will pretty much line up. Good. Someone's mowing our next door neighbour's garden by the sound of it, which, as it's really overcast and been quite wet, is wishful thinking, I feel. My lawn does need, I say lawn, it's grass now, after the drought. Right, so let's pop some embellishment on. I'm thinking, oh, we could use, no. Oh, we could use that on the other one though. Let's throw that out. Right, the rustic metallic dots for this one, and then we'll be done. Hey, and it's only been an hour. Whoa, I wish I could find the top of this so I don't jab myself. It will turn up, it always does. I always lose it and it always turns up somewhere very odd. So it's fine. Right, so for this one we're going to, I'm not going to put a sentiment on this one, but I am going to use the dots on corners. If I think the corner isn't lining up quite right, that's actually the only one that looked a bit weird. So I can then just add more of these. No, that's far too lined up with that one. So I'm going to have a few. She says not quite sure where she's putting them. One there. And let's have another large one down. Again, I'll pop that over layers. So just a bit of a... And then the other one, our Pleasant Pheasant. These are Mossy Meadow. These technically are Night of Navy, but not in my head they're not. So I'm just going to add 3 up here. And then oh, it's raining. Excellent. Well, at least I posted the things I needed to post before the rain started. Right, so let's clear the decks. Oh, and we've got post, which is even better. So these are our cards. Have it with fatty foods. Medical cannabis. Oh, chronic migraine. Nasty, nasty. I used to get really bad migraines from a very early age, actually. And I have to say they were mostly stress related, and mine were I would have cluster migraines, so I get quite a few all at once. And they would be, I'd need sort of like 5 of 10 triggers randomly, and stress was the worst one. So those are our 2 cards for the day. Oh, and it's really raining now. I would not even be able to speak when I had migraines. I mean, literally, I couldn't form words. Happily, that is not where I am now. Giving up my full-time city-based job did quite a lot for that. So anyway, yes, there we are. So those are our 2 cards for the day. I hope you enjoyed those. If you did, thumbs up is always appreciated. Let me... Oh, nasty, nasty. Yeah, I used to get aura migraines, so your vision would go first. My father used to get very bad migraines, but never aura until very late on. Oh, I knew I'd find it. There you are. There's my lid. He only started getting aura migraines, oh, when he was late 80s. Indeed, you will see me on Thursday, Karen. So I'm just going to, thank you, Patricia. I'm just going to flip the camera back up to there. Just to remind you that, as I say, next week I am away, and you're having more than your fair share of problems. Yeah, it's not fair, is it, Lorna? Thank you. Yeah, I have to say I prefer the second. I'm pointing at a card that I've now not got showing. So yes, I do prefer this one. I love this technique. I really, really enjoy doing stamp and write markers on red rubber. So yes, if you've enjoyed it, a thumbs up is always appreciated. If you don't already subscribe, that is also appreciated. So I will be live at 3:30 on Thursday. Next week I will have videos that go live at the times I would normally do lives, because I won't be here. I'll be in Cornwall. Thank you, Leslie. Yeah, Falmouth, just into Cornwall. This is out. Sorry, I'm reading things and yeah. Some of them are conversations between you, which I love. I have to say, I love that you are connecting through the chat. Now, if you watch this on replay, do remember that if you've got any questions or comments, you can leave those below the description bar. I will pop this onto my blog soon. I've got a few blog posts I need to catch up with. And yeah, I will see you again on Thursday. Keep safe and keep well until then. And I will see you then. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.